Hi everyone, this is Karine, founder of Divis PH Academy. Ngayong gabi, tatalakayin ko sa inyo ang pagkakaiba ng freelancer at virtual assistant. I will share my screen. Okay, so lesson 2 of our free training is how to identify the difference between freelancer and virtual assistant. Nung nasa days pa na bago pa lang ako sa industry na ito, akala ko ang freelancer and virtual assistants are the same. Pero as time goes by, as I watch videos or read articles, I realize that they are different. Yeah, both of them are working at home. They are self-employed, but they have different function. Okay? So in this lesson, we will identify what is freelancer, what is virtual assistant, and what are the tasks that can be done by freelancer and virtual assistant. Bakit natin kailangan malaman ito? Kasi it will help us kung anong path ang ating tatahakin. Ano yung pwede nating piliin depende sa ating goals, depende sa ating skill set, at depende sa mga nangyayari sa buhay natin. Okay? So let's start. By the way, kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe sa channel ko, sa channel namin, please, baka naman, hit the subscribe button, paki-click na rin yung notification bell para magkaroon kayo ng update sa aming free trainings. At para magkaroon din kami ng lakas ng loob para mag-create pa ng mas maraming video at mas marami pa kaming matulungan. Paki-share na rin, baka naman. Okay? So, before we discuss everything, we need to identify first what is work from home. Napaka-uso yan ngayon dahil sa pandemic. Lahat gusto na magtrabaho sa bahay. Diba? Daming gustong dito kasi ayaw nga sa baka mahawa ng COVID-19. And it also give them more time to their family at magawa yung mga bagay na gusto nila. So, we use the term WFH sa work from home. Pinaiksi niya ito. So, means you do work for someone from home. Maaaring nagtatrabaho ka sa isang company, pero pina-work from home pa lang kayo dahil sa pandemic. Pero after everything goes well, you will go back. Pwede namang you working as a virtual assistant or freelancer. Okay? So, freelancer, they are self-employed. Ibig sabihin, ikaw ang nagbabayad ng mga benefits mo, yung SSS, pag-ibig, health insurance. Isa pala sa mga pinapayo ko sa mga tatahak sa landas na ito, i-assure nyo na meron kayong health insurance or life insurance. Napakalaking bagay yan, lalo na sa panahon ngayon. Naalala ko, mga 4 months na nag-VA ako and freelancer, kumuha na ako ng life insurance sa sarili ko kasi hindi natin alam yung panahon. Lalo na pag ikaw yung breadwinner. Diba? So anyway, going back here, kapag freelancer ka, most of the time, your tasks are project-based and you have flexible working schedule and you're not tied up with any employer or company. You can have 2 to 5 or 10 projects at the same time, depende sa availability mo. Okay? So, kung ikaw yung tao na gusto mo marami kang time sa family mo, marami kang free time, or gusto mo rin kumuha ng maraming project, at kaya mong pagsabay-sabayin ito, you can choose to become freelancer. Or gusto mo naman may mga time na wala kang project, you have time to rest or have some vacation, you can choose to become freelancer. Or if you don't want to be tied up to any employer or company. All right, next, virtual assistant. So both of them are self-employed, but the difference is they paid in an hourly rate. So meron silang fixed hourly rate, depende sa budget ni client at depende rin sa skill set ni VA. So kapag baguhan, siguro ideally ning $3, pero pwedeng $3 to $5. Pero kapag skill na talaga, you can get as much as $20 per hour. So depende yan. Again, depende sa skill set mo at sa budget ni client. Okay, so they can classify as employees or service provider and managed by a project manager. Merong mga virtual assistant na direct na nagtatrabaho sa client at meron namang under agency. Okay? So, katulad ng mga VA ko, karamihan sa kanila ay, they are VA, they're paid in hourly rate. And the good thing with VA kasi every week silang sumasahod. Sa freelancer kasi, merong milestone. Parang may specific, pag natapos mo yung milestone na yon, you will get the portion of your pay. Pwede sa freelancer din kasi, they ask for an advance payment to make sure na hindi sila ma-scam ni client. VA, pwede rin po yung magkaroon ng advance payment, depende po sa budget ni client. You can get 50 up to 100% advance payment. Pero may mga VA na hindi nagpapa-advance payment pero dapat weekly yung sahod. Okay? So, going next po. So, what are the tasks that can be done by the freelancer? So, first is web development or web design, copywriting, anything that has something to do with writing, blog man yan, article, email, whatsoever. Okay? So before, I used to be a copywriter. Nag-write din po ako ng blogs and email content. Okay? Pero ginagawa ko lang siya pag, flexible gusto ko. Pero iba kasi technique ko. Habang nagko-cold calling ako, ginagawa ko na yung article kasi yun lang yung time na gising ako. Diba? So pinisaway ko yung cold calling saka copywriting. Okay. Then, after ko matapos yun, saka ko babayaran ng client ko. Okay? So, next is graphic design or creative design. Pero mga graphic design na per hour. Depende sa, sa employer nila. Meron namang graphic design na per project or per milestone yung bayad sa kanila. Same with SEO or search engine optimization. If they're under an agency, they are, most of them are paid per hour, but if they are working directly to the client, they are freelancer or per project. Branding specialist, ito yung nagka-create ng brand sa isang company or isang business owner. And they will fix the website, the social media pages, until ma-come up sila sa isang brand. And after a certain month or certain period of time, mag-e-end na yung kanilang project. Pero kung gusto pa ng client na magstay siya, so she can stay as much as the client want. Okay? Data entry job. So, or katulad ng mga trabaho ko din before, lead generation siya. Nagko-collect ako ng mga information, email, phone numbers, using internet research. So, after natapos ko na yung project, babayaran ako ni client. Most of the time, they paid based on the number of leads or info na mga input mo doon sa database or sa Google Sheet. Okay? Ads manager, dito papasok yung mga YouTube, Facebook manager. Ang setup nito, once they dito yung create na nila yung ads, they will just monitor it to see yung engagement, yung responses. May kilala akong ads manager, parang 1 hour or 2 hours na din lang siya magtatrabaho. Then, titingnan lang niya kung may nagre-response, kung nagre-response siya. Yun. Same with YouTube, may napanood ako na YouTube manager siya. Parang 1 hour, 2 hours per day lang siya. And kumikita siya ng halos 50,000 a month. So, napakalaki. Kasi napaka-in-demand yan ngayon, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, gusto nila lahat ng ad ay paid. Okay? Video editor, if once natapos mo yung video, you will pay according sa length ng video, depende sa quality ng video, depende yan sa client budget. Okay? Podcast manager and e-commerce product listing. So let's have the task that can be done by VA. Bakit kasi to? Explain ko lang din. Pag VA kasi, hindi siya pwedeng flexible time or you only work in a certain hours. Depende sa business hours ng client or time zone niya. Kasi katulad ng cold calling, hindi ka pwedeng mag-cold calling ng 24 hours kasi syempre, sa US, kailangan 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. lang yung time para magtawag. Kasi kapag nag-exceed ka doon, pwede kang idemanda or yung company na yun pwedeng idemanda. Okay, next. Executive Assistant or General BA. Social media management. Yung social media management, it can be done by a freelancer. Depende yan sa setup ni client. CRM management, yung nagmamanage ng mga customer relation manager or management database ng isang client or company. Katulad nung sa real estate, isa sa mga dating naging work ko rin ay CRM management na kung saan ay manage all the info dun sa CRM na gamit namin, which is REI Black Book. I need to make sure na updated yon, may notes, may tag, at iba pa. Project manager, ito naman yung ginawa ko din until now, kasi since I have my agency. I manage my VA according to the project and clients nila. Actually, ito isa sa mga high-paid VA tasks. You can earn up to $10 to $20 per hour. Kasi ang hirap maging project manager sa totoo lang. Ilang tao yung minamanage mo. Ilang projects yun, depende yun. Okay? So customer service, of course, hindi naman lahat can provide the 24 hours customer service. Bookkeeping, email, SMS, less voicemail marketing. Naging trabaho ko din to before. And then order management sa mga e-commerce store. At actually, marami pang iba. Ito lang yung mga kilala or madalas na nagiging trabaho ng isang VA. Okay? So, ano nga ba ang pipiliin ko? Actually, walang masamang piliin ng dalawa. Sa pag-ibig, bawal dalawa, dapat isa lang. Pero sa career na ito, pwede kang maging freelancer o pwede kang maging VA. Depende sa skill set mo, depende sa goal mo. Kung ikaw yung tao na gusto mo, 1 to 2 hours ka lang magtrabaho kasi marami kang ginagawa sa family mo, you can choose to become freelancer. If ikaw naman yung tao na maraming time, kailangan mo on a weekly basis, tuloy-tuloy yung source of income mo, you can be a VA. Kung yung skill set mo ay pang VA, you can choose to become a VA. Kung yung skill set mo ay pang freelancer, you can be a freelancer. Okay? So sana po medyo nagkaroon ng linaw sa inyo kung pagkakaiba ng freelancer and VA at ma-identify nyo kung ano bang pa talaga ang tatahakin mo, ano ba talaga ang pipiliin mo. Okay? Before we end this video, please join to our Facebook group, Work From Home Professional Philippines. I'm gonna put the link below. And again, if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to DVS PH Academy. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and notification bell para updated ka sa aming mga trainings. Yun lamang, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Paalam!